You're live.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us today. The City of Las Cruces and the Las Cruces Police Department thanks you for caring enough to view this broadcast. We're here to talk about incident that happened Sunday on Embassy Drive here in Las Cruces. And the way this is going to work is Chief Story will get up here. He'll provide additional information with some audio and video from that incident. After Chief is done with his presentation, he'll take a limited number of questions. He'll be able to answer those. But please keep in mind that this investigation is still in its early part, so the matter is still under investigation, and we may not be able to answer all of your questions today. So as I mentioned before, if you have a cell phone or anything that's going to make a noise, please silence it. And with that, I'll call up Chief Story.
Thank you, Dan. Good morning. Today we're here to discuss an officer-involved shooting that occurred on July 27, 2025 on Embassy Drive. Standard disclaimer, the audio, video, the images that are contained in this presentation may be disturbing to some, so viewer discretion is advised. The call details: on July 27, 2025 at approximately 3:42 p.m., Central Dispatcher and Mesilla Valley Regional Dispatch Authority received a 911 call requesting officers to respond to 1981 Embassy Drive. The male caller reported that he and his mother were arguing and was likely to escalate into a physical altercation. At one point during the call, which you'll hear in a minute, he states that he has a gun and he threatens to shoot his mother. The caller said, "If you don't come, I'm going to do it then." The male refused to answer further questions and disconnected the call. This is the location of where this incident occurred, right at the corner of Hoagland and Embassy. Next, I'm going to play for you the 911 call that dispatch received.
911 emergency, what city?
Can we come to 1981 Embassy Street Drive?
What is the address?
1981 Embassy Drive.
What is going on there?
Can you just come, please?
What is going on?
Hey, Mom. Me and my mom are fighting. I need you guys to come, please.
What do you mean you guys are fighting? Is it physical?
It's going to get physical. Can you please just come?
You need to answer my questions and stop telling me to send them. Answer my questions.
Yes.
Separate yourself from her right now, because you're going to fight with her and it's not going to make anything better. So you need to step outside or go somewhere else.
Can you come grab an officer,
No,
please?
you need to answer my questions.
I have a fucking gun. I'll shoot her right now. Come over here.
You're making threats on a recorded line and the officers are going to be aware of that.
I don't fucking care.
Can you step outside somewhere?
No, I'm not sure you guys come.
You need to step outside.
No, come make me, nigga.
Sir, you're not being cooperative. You're not answering any questions.
Alright, when y'all ain't coming, nigga, no, I'm gonna do it. Please.
They're already going, but you need to answer my questions.
Hello?
Sir, this is 911. Stop disconnecting.
Officers were dispatched at 3:45 p.m. The first officer arrives on scene at 3:46 p.m. Central Dispatch advised that prior calls to the fourplex were linked to an individual named Dominic Martinez. Upon arrival, the first officer attempted to identify which unit from this fourplex the call was coming from. The officer heard yelling coming from behind a screen door at one of those apartments. He announced police and knocked on the screen door. The officer contacted a male and female at the door and was informed that Dominic Martinez was still inside the apartment. And Dominic is asked to exit the residence with his hands up. What you're going to see in a few minutes in the video, you're going to see the officer move back towards a black SUV to take cover. Right before Dominic Martinez exits the residence, holding a gun in his hand. Now the video is hard to see exactly what Dominic is doing because the officer is behind cover, but based on witness statements and what the officer says on the radio immediately after, Dominic Martinez pointed the gun at the officer, who continues to move behind cover, fires, and then gives commands to Dominic Martinez to drop the gun. Eventually, Mr. Martinez drops the gun, and the officer continues to hold and give him commands and talk to him until other officers arrive on scene. You can see the gun visible between the two cars where Mr. Martinez gets on the ground. And here's a body-worn camera from the primary officer on scene.
You have a space number for this call?
That's a negative, sir. Negative 5 on callback unit. They keep disconnecting.
For that Dominic mail, do you have a space number for either of them?
So,
I'm gonna be at apartment B. I hear some yelling over here. Police department! Police department! Are you Dominic? Where's he at?
It's not fucking under officers, sir.
What was that? Where's he at?
He's in his room at officer, officer.
Tell him to come out with his hands up. Dominic, come
What's wrong with my life?
Okay, sir, tell him to get out to you.
Get out of here. You want to go out? Hey, did you just hear him? Oh, fucking hear him? It's not funny, guys.
Okay, okay, move. Okay, go, stop. Drop it now. Drop it. 95 Central. Shots fired! Shots fired! Get out of the way! Drop it! Move! Drop it! Drop it! Drop it! Dominic, drop it now! Get out of the way! Move! Get out of the ground! Get out of the ground! Move! Get out of the ground! Hands up! 95 Central. Now pointing a gun at me. Okay, move! I have help coming! Move, please! I'm trying to get you help! Move! Go over there! Hey! Hands up!
That's my baby!
Okay!
Officer.
95 Central. Mel has dropped the gun.
That's my son!
All 3 individuals are with me. Dominic, are you hit?
Yes, it's
Move!
sir, it's my baby!
Mel said he is hit. He has the gun at his feet. Don't move, bro, okay? I'm trying to help you out.
So an aerial view of the scene from drone coverage. You see between the white car and the black SUV is where Mr. Martinez steps out. The officer moves around that SUV, kind of at an angle towards the top of the screen. It's a still image from the body-worn camera showing where the gun ends up after Mr. Martinez drops it. Once other officers were on scene, they came up with a plan. They took Mr. Martinez into custody. Once he's at the patrol vehicle, Mr. Martinez, and they're trying to check him to make sure he's not injured, and they were able to confirm that he was not hit by gunfire. He begins thrashing and pulling away from the officers. He was subsequently stabilized on the ground. He was put in a wrap later on for his own safety and for the safety of the officers. But Mr. Martinez tells officers that he wants them to kill him or to hurt him. This is some body-worn camera from other officers arriving on scene, so you see them take him into custody and then moving him to the patrol unit.
Hold what you have on those two. I'll hold you. Okay. Move up. Guns right here. Guns right here. Don't move, Dominic. Don't move.
Get off me, man.
Hands behind your back. We'll get you A. Hands behind your back. We'll get you A. Yeah, move them out of the way.
Hold on. Who else is in the house?
Push it.
We gotta get that house clear. We gotta get that house clear. So, shoot me on this. You guys want to go here or you want to this right there? Come on. Sit up. Sit up. Walk this way, bro. Yes.
Are you shot? Are you hurt? Brother.
Sit down.
Okay.
Oh shit, man. Kill my dad, nigga. Might as well kill me too, nigga.
Just chill out, man, okay?
A witness who is a family member of Dominic confirmed that he pointed the gun at officers as he came out of the apartment. Dominic admits to coming out of the residence with the gun because he wanted the officer to kill him. Dominic Martinez further stated that once he was in custody, he began to resist officers because he was trying to get them to hurt him. The gun was located between that black SUV and the white sedan. Upon further investigation, that gun was a replica, a licensed SIG P226 BB gun. This is a video from a family member who just describes what happened as soon as the officer arrived.
We might have been in his room.
Okay.
And then, because we're close to each other, and then, we heard the officer, and then that's when we all came. I think I tried to come out first to tell the officer it's just a BB gun.
So did you see him with the BB gun when he left?
When he was walking out the door, well, I walked out first, and then he walked out behind me. When I turned around, I saw him pointing it at the officer.
Okay.
And then just everything happened so fast. Then I heard the officer's gunshots, and he was telling me to get out of the way, so I got out of the way, and Dominic fell to the ground, and I thought he had got hit, and I don't know, it didn't have to get to this point, I don't know what I could have been,
So still from where the BB gun was located on the ground once they processed the scene. An overall 3D scan there, you could just see the location where Mr. Martinez comes out of the apartment. You see the approximate location where the officer fires. And finally, a close-up of the BB gun, which is, again, a replica 6-hour P226. Some quick history and involvements for Mr. Martinez. Mr. Martinez has had a history primarily of self-harm and suicide attempts. As a juvenile, he had approximately 10 Class 3 referrals, which is referring a juvenile for a delinquent act, mostly for misdemeanor battery and assault charges. He told us during interviews after this that he had at least 6 suicide attempts, not including the incident we're discussing today. And just recently had a couple involvements. In June, his mother called in that he was barricaded in his bedroom with a knife, threatening to harm himself. And then just a few days before this, he was the suspect in an aggravated assault with a knife. The victim in that case was uncooperative and did not want to pursue charges, so there was no arrest and no charges. Mr. Martinez was charged for this incident with aggravated assault upon a peace officer, assault against a household member, and resisting, evading, or obstructing an officer. And just as a reminder, the officer-involved incident task force is comprised of the New Mexico State Police, the Las Cruces Police Department, the New Mexico State University Police Department, the Doña County Sheriff's Office. And they act as fact finders only. They gather all the information and they present it to the district attorney's office for a decision. One thing I'll say is this case really highlights some of the holes or the gaps in our system, especially when it comes to mental health. There's clearly several opportunities for intervention, and we haven't been able to get Mr. Martinez to a place where we can kind of stop this cycle that's been escalating over time to where he's trying to kill himself and ultimately use us as the mechanism to do that. I can't say that the district attorney's office, there's a pretrial detention hearing tomorrow to hold him, but we're also pursuing civil commitment because ultimately I think he needs to be in a facility where they can provide care and try to stabilize and deal with the underlying issues that are affecting him so that we're not the ones that are left to deal with it on the streets. With that, I'll stand for questions. Again, go ahead, Dan will walk around. Just a reminder, if I can't answer it, I will. If I don't know with certainty, I'm not going to answer something that's speculation that might change later on.
Thanks, Chief. And if you have a question, please raise your hand and also name your affiliate, and your question.
Okay. Mario Lopez, KFOX. Just talk about, the replica gun. I mean, it looks real. How do you train your officers on determining the fact that it's not split-second decision?
Yeah, it's a very good question. And realistically, you're not going to train officers to be able to tell the difference. I don't care how good you are or how much you know guns. In the moment, at speed, you're not going to be able to tell the difference, especially with something that's that closely, that replicates it that closely. And there's sometimes they're not as close, but it's still very difficult to tell for an officer in the moment.
Questions? Questions?
Chief Story, Kevin with Telemundo. Just a quick question on the body cam footage. Is there a policy that trains officers on determining or the safety of civilians in the area before firing. Just because the woman had exited seconds before, and just from the standpoint from what we saw, it didn't look like I couldn't see the woman. So I'm just curious to know if the officer knew before firing his weapon.
So I can't answer what the officer knew before firing at this time. What I can say in general is that, yes, as part of the firearm safety rules, officers are trained to be sure their target and beyond their target, what's between them and their target. Again, it's in a split-second decision you're trying to react to a threat and also take into consideration everything that's going on in your environment. And it's an important consideration, but it's also a difficult one.
Anybody? No? Just a reminder, this video and this whole news conference is online on the city's YouTube channel, so you can download video from there. Chief, you have anything else?
No, appreciate everyone that's here. Thank you.